It's sort of like before you get your major in college and you don't know what you're doing with your life, and then afterward you get your degree, you still don't really know what you're doing with your life, but you still do it. That's what wigs are. Hi guys, so I have a convention next week, and I still need to style this wig for it, so that's what we're gonna do. This wig is, I forgot the name of it, but I'll put it right here so you can see it. It's from Art of Wigs, and it's meant for spiking. So far, I haven't even started the process, and I already know it's gonna make my life so much easier because it's sewn in backwards. Like, all of the wefts are sewn in backwards. Like for example, this is like my Lolita wig. It's sewn in, like, if I pulled it up, you could kind of start to see the under netting, or whatever it's called, versus this, where obviously it's completely upside down. You cannot see anything. That's great. Now, if you don't have this wig and you come in here to kind of learn about wig styling, that's fine. I would suggest definitely making sure it's gonna look right. Obviously this isn't a wig, this is my hair, but if you're doing something like that, you know, that's fine. You should be fine with like a normal wig. If you're doing something extreme, you might want to look into spiking wigs, but, you know, as I always say, you gotta just use what you got, so that's fair. So before I get into it, I figure I should show you what I'm doing so you can kind of judge my styling abilities, I suppose. I am doing Tom from Eddsworld. Now, he has four really long, huge spikes, and originally I was just gonna do 4, but it just looked wrong. So what I've done to kind of combine 2 ideas I had, one being the 4, one being just a whole bunch, I have 4 main spikes in the front, so when you look at this head on, it looks like 4. But when you look at it from the side, you can tell there's more depth, and from the back, there's still depth. If you're wondering, MintApocalypse, why is that upside down? Well, I didn't have time to style it when I got it, but I really wanted to make sure that it was going to work, because otherwise I would have had to plan for a different cosplay. So a thing that a lot of people do when they're styling wigs is put pins in, like, generally they put 1 in the center and maybe a couple on the sides. I don't have pins, at least not here in college generally, so I just take a paper clip, like a generic. I use the larger ones because then I can find them, otherwise I can't find them. And I sort of bend the smaller part straight, and then I bend it in approximately the middle. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works. So, yeah, and then I just stick it wherever I need it. I don't think I have one in the center of this, since I'm going to be spiking it completely up, so I just put them around the sides. Now, if you're just doing a basic spike on a wig, which you can do the same way that I'm doing this, you don't have to hang it upside down. I'm just crazy, and for a wig like this, I feel like it's the best idea. I'm going to be using a lot of different things that I've learned from personal experience and internet tutorials, so hopefully they will also work for you if you choose to try some things like this. So the materials I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using my straight iron hairdryer. This is the new one. I haven't tried this on a wig yet, but the results seem good, so that's good. You're going to want a wide tooth comb. This one is one of my favorites because it's got the really wide tooth double thing at the end, and then lots of options. I have a lot of wig combs. I went to Walmart. They had like a fold-out thing of all these combs, and most of them were all wide tooth, so it was great. Got to be glued blasting freeze spray, and got to be glued spiking glue. These are the same things I've used on like every single wig that I've ever spiked or styled. I thought about branching out because I hear the bedhead products, there's a couple of them that work really well, but in the end I broke down and got the same thing I always do, just I'm that basic. Alright. First thing you should always do when styling a wig is comb it, so that's what I'm gonna do. I would suggest if you want to style more than one wig ever in your life, to invest in those silver clips that they put in your hair at the hair salon. I don't know what they're called, maybe alligator clips or something. But I have some of those, I just don't have them here because I'm at college. But those are like the best, like 10 out of 10, the best. Normally, if I was styling like a straight hair wig or like a normal wig, I would comb it a lot more. But because this wig is already kind of pre-teased, I really don't want to screw that up. So I just did like kind of a cosmetic cleaning on it. So now this is the part where if I had alligator clips, I would use them to separate different parts of hair that I have. I would separate one here, one here, one here. Now my wig here is heat resistant, which is great because this sucker only has one setting and it's hot. So yeah, the only reason I'm doing this for this wig is because it has some weird waviness, especially on this particular spike, and I don't want that. I want straight spikes. I also am hoping this will kind of keep them together in their respective spike even before I start blasting it with freezing spray, because I can only hope for the best. Warning, if you don't have a heat-resistant wig, it is not a good idea to use a straightener on it, but if you do, you shouldn't, don't do it, but I've done it, and you cannot be on there for long. You have to touch and go. Like, do not hold the iron on it or it will melt, so. At the end of the day, sometimes you just have to give in to what the wig wants, because the wig is, it's key. It knows what it wants, and you have to give it what it wants. As exciting and riveting as this is, I'm probably going to turn this camera off so that I can save space and battery so you can actually see the rest of the process. Otherwise, it's going to be wig straightener tutorial 2016. So I did all the straightening. So that's good. Now I'm going to basically just spray it with the freezing spray, and something new that I learned about was if you spray it with the freezing spray and then use a blow dryer, it freezes it faster, and I think it makes it maybe a bit more sturdy or just better. So that's what I'm going to do. I can't really talk through this because the blow dryer is going to be loud, especially in an echoey bathroom, so you're going to have to just watch. Because of the way it is, I'm gonna start here and just kind of work my way down. I think that's the best way. All wigs are different. You can never really plan. You never really know. But I think I'm gonna start at the top. So yeah, here we go. I should also mention, be careful with this stuff because I don't know if, I think it's the spray, but I could be wrong, it might be the gel. But my skin doesn't like it. It's very sensitive, so I'm vaguely allergic to it, but it's not like insane, so I'm usually okay. But just be careful, use gloves if you have to. That's my spiel on that. Also, good thing to note, doing this in a well-ventilated area is probably a good idea. The bathrooms have vents. I don't know if they work. Let's see what we got. Not bad. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna reinforce this side. I did it as much as I could on the bottom, so I'm just gonna reinforce this bit right here. I think that'll be good. feel like I should point out, while I'm moving on to the next one, it is possible that once I finish this whole thing, I flip it over and it all flops down. I've never done this particular wig before. And the thing is about cosplay is you never know what's going to happen. And that makes it both fun and terrifying. So just keep that in mind. You know, as much as I always hate that smell of wig spray in the beginning, it just smells like cosplay, you know? So, I think you guys kind of get the point, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to pause you guys, do the rest of the initial spraying, and then I'll meet back up with you guys momentarily. Hey guys, so just stopping in to give you a little update. So far, I got the first 4 ones down here. This one, though, now I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to try to turn it for you, but it doesn't turn. It's doing what I call splitting. I don't know if there's a word for that, but this happened on my John wig, if you've ever seen that picture. I'll try to put right there for a second. But when a wig is splitting, it just doesn't want to go together with that piece. And it turns out dousing it in spiking glue doesn't work, because that's what I did on my John wig. So I think what I'm going to do this time is spray a little bit more hairspray on it and hope that I can get it to combined better. I don't know why this happens, but it always happens. I got most of the initial spiking done. It's all pretty much spiked. So now what I'm going to do is basically go back and just clean up the little bits that I missed or that didn't quite get in there. And yeah, mostly that. I'm also contemplating flipping it over and praying to God that it doesn't fall. So scared. So I think I'm gonna clean it up real fast, and then yeah, I guess we should probably flip it over, see what we're working with, and then from there we can cut. And we can spike and glue. This is either going to be a moment of happiness or a moment of sadness. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. There goes 1. There goes 2. I'm so scared. Okay. Oh my god! I'm so excited. I really thought it was going to fall. 10 out of 10! Do you see this? Whoa! You know what? Cosplay is a learning experience, but I'm still really freaking impressed. Okay, so like an utter actual professional, I'm going to be working on a toilet because I am in a college dorm room. There is not that many surfaces to work from here, okay? You gotta give me some credit, fam. I love how this is coming out, because I love that you can only see the 4 in the front, but when you turn it, look at that! I'm really impressed with myself, okay? I know that, like, this is technically a tutorial, so I probably shouldn't be this excited, but I'm very excited, okay? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is take a pair of scissors, and this is a new technique that I just learned too, and I think it's going to be really good. But cut kind of at an angle. It's just going to be very difficult. Try not to make a mess. I made a mess. Okay, so basically I'm going to do that on all the spikes, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and also do the next step as well, just so that we can, just so we can get all of the, so I can show you the whole thing, and then I can do some of it by myself. Now, this spiking glue, the one complaint I have about this is it gets like excess clear liquid in it, and it's really disgusting. But you only need a tiny bit, and you get on your fingers, smear that in, you know? Smear it in. And then twist, which twisting is the most important part of making a spike. You will not be able to make a good spike if you cannot twist it. Just throwing that out there, twisting is key. Even if you don't do anything else from this tutorial, twisting is key. Maybe I need to go at a deeper angle, try that over here. It's all about experimentation. Just make sure that you keep it approximately even on everything. So, I'm gonna do a deep angle here. Like an extra deep angle. See, this one's gonna be picky because it's splitting. When they split, you know it's going down. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I think I'm done. But, like in art, you're never done in cosplay. Hello and welcome to After the Convention with MintApocalypse. So, you just watched my wig tutorial, and now, since I've worn it once, I can tell you what things that you need to know when actually wearing it, like outside, in a public place. This is what happened to it. It will last you a good, 2 hours before it starts kind of trying to deflate. So what I would suggest is, if you're not rooming at the convention, or even if you are, bring the hairspray and the hairdryer around with you in a backpack, and then just take a minute, find a secluded hallway or something, respray it, re-hairdry it, and it will keep holding. You just have to reapply. I'm wondering if it's just because I went outside a lot at this convention, if it was just hot enough for the hairspray to just kind of melt off or something, because where it used to be really stiff, it's really not anymore. But it will just go right back. You just have to fix it. I mean, it's the same thing that I just showed you, just pro tip. Also, it got this bad because I threw it in the corner for a couple days recently because I needed to move it for a video. Yeah, like, I got to take this picture with my friends. I know it's, like, kind of glary, sorry about that. But, yeah, so right after that picture, the wig just kind of died in the back. So I definitely suggest adding a lot of spray to the back, too, before you do. Just, you know, pro tip from the future. Yeah, but it still looks really good. Originally, I used this, which was a Mayron cream blend stick in black that I bought at a costume shop for $9.50. And this works really good. You do want to have it like a setting powder or a finishing powder or something for this. So if you're Homestuck, you already know how to do that. If you're not a Homestuck, look up like Homestuck paint sealing techniques. Because I know if you're like not a Homestuck, most people don't know how to seal body paint or just makeup in general. Seal your makeup, seal your paint. I left my makeup at home, so I can't really show you what I did, but I will try to show you with mascara. It's a good thing it's nighttime. I don't plan on going anywhere. Also, I can't see because I don't have my contacts in, but basically, I'll also leave a tutorial down in the description of 2D from Gorillas, which is how I learned to do it, but basically just, oh, that really hurts. Like, just around there-ish, I'll just dot it in. Nice. And then right down here, and then, like, fill that in. I would suggest doing that, except not with mascara. Do it with eyeliner or Mayron. And yeah, that's all I had for you. So yeah, thank you for watching. This video was requested that I upload it by some other cosplayers, and you know, I think it's a pretty good video anyway. I was kind of planning on eventually posting it, so yeah, here you go. Feel free to subscribe if you want more content from me. If you have anything you want to know about cosplay or the things that I've done, you can ask in the comments, and I'll see what I can whip up for you. But, yeah, other than that, I'm gonna go. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!